Hey, what's up, TK? How's it going, man? So they did it. They did a change to our Verteron traces, which I don't really understand why. Because I certainly don't have a 681. Unless they're rolling. That's really weird. It says something about the feathers were going to be account bound. So I wonder if they said because I have feathers on other... No, but I only have this account. I don't know, I'm not sure what they did. Something with the Aion update that they did today had something to do with the feathers. Because there's no way I had 681 feathers, on my account. So we'll have to go to... Oh, what's this? So we'll have to go to the monolith. I thought I read something about where one feather now is 4 feathers or something. But what does the monolith require for upgrading? It's going to be interesting. They're constantly making changes to Aion too. I mean, they're constantly doing updates. You can see they've fixed the map now. The map doesn't have the big zoom in and out feature, which is kind of cool. I actually like that. You don't have to wait the delay for the map to kind of do this like transition effect. But we're going to need to go and check the... We're going to need to hit the... We're going to have to hit the pylon, or whatever it's called. because we need to see. They gave me all these feathers, but is it still the same amount to upgrade? You can see all these people turning in their feathers. Okay, 0 out of 20. I have 681, which is really weird. What is this? Oh, it grants the title of Guardian of Vertron. Interesting. I don't know why they gave me so many feathers. I don't really understand why. But they did. But we're not getting. I'm getting a cosmetic item. What is this? We're gonna get a. Oh, it's pauldrons. Yeah, but now look, it's moved up to 50 feathers to rank up. No, I didn't. That's the thing. That's the thing I don't understand. Till it rip off. I logged in and I had like 600 feathers or some shit. Here, hold on a second. So there was something in the Aion update that they just talked about. Here, hold on a second. Where did I? Okay, I had. When I just now logged in, I had 681 feathers, which obviously would take me a shit long time to farm, right? Like a really long time to farm that many feathers. Like, it would take me like weeks to farm that many feathers. So there was something in the Aion live stream that happened yesterday. They did change the rift interval. So it used to be every 4 hours that the rifts would open up. Now it's every 3 hours. So the rifts are going to open up more often, which means there's going to be more PvP. More PvP will happen more often. They've also increased the GM staff to combat botters. Traces and feathers sync. One feather now gives more. So I think now when you get a feather, it gives you 4 feathers, I think. You now only need 140 feathers to max level your monolith instead of 560. So, okay. If feathers are already completed, additional amount will be granted retroactively. So see here it says if feathers are already completed, an additional amount will be granted retroactively. So what I'm thinking happened is they must have looked at all the feathers I've gained so far. Like, let's say I've already gained like 300 feathers, then they must have just taken that times 4, maybe, and made that like 1,200 feathers and minus 300 from that maybe, and said, okay, since 1 is now 4, we owe you 900 feathers. I'm assuming it was something like that. I'm assuming they did something like that. So, because you can see, it looks like I'm done. It looks like you can't do anything else. See, level 30. This is what was so cool early on, is they gave you the keys, and I was like, oh, this is great. We're always going to get keys. You know what I mean? But now we're not getting keys anymore, which sucks. And now it looks like I've maxed it out. So now I've got these extra feathers. What can I do with these feathers now? You know what I mean? Is level 30 truly the max level? So, I mean, I at least for now, it looks like it is. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. You know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've got a lot of They did say that they're, I think they did say they're account bound, maybe? Let's see. So material transmutation for extra after 140. So you can exchange, it looks like, your feathers to get up to, I guess, 84,000 enhancement stones. It says can be done once per server. Will be shared with alts starting December 17. So it looks like you might be able to do a material transformation. So if we do a material transformation, sorry. I'm assuming that would be I don't know where material transformation is. And we have substance morph. Special. Wings. Yeah, so don't know. Not really sure what material transformation is because I don't know what that is. One key. Critical hit resist, critical damage tolerance, combat speed. The world is my resource. These are equipped effects. Let's go to this one. Power shard damage bonus, Guardian of Urtron, PvE damage boost. Critical damage defense, evasion bonus, defense bonus. I don't know. I need some sort of like number cruncher to tell me which one of these is even the best. Like which of these effects are the best. We got this new cosmetic. This looks like it could be cool looking, maybe? This one. It's a dress, though. Okay. So this is the new cosmetic set we got. And of course you can see lots of people are equipping their new cosmetic set. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I don't really understand the thought process behind giving everybody all the feathers. You know? Hmm. The pet quotas will become server-wide. Collection counts per level reduced. Paid pets are not shared. Character appearances will also be shareable. Daily Abyss points limit is 25,000. Changed to weekly. Weekly PvP Abyss points limit added. Secondary stat scaling from God stats will be restored to pre-patch efficiency. Difficulty of raid ascension monsters has been lowered. Expedition tier 3 and transcend high level monster levels lower. So they've nerfed content, which, I mean, how many MMOs have we played, right? Like, one thing I hate about MMOs is they constantly nerf content. Like every MMO I've ever played. When do you ever play an MMO where they scale content up? Like they say, you know what, content's too easy, we're gonna make it harder. Like, when have you ever seen that? Like, never. It's always like, oh, we're gonna make it easier. Why make it easier? Usually you're making it easier because somebody's crying about it, somebody's complaining. Oh, it's too difficult. I am not a fan of nerfing content. If it's too hard, figure out a way to beat it, right? Unless it's unbeatable, then of course, yeah, you can nerf it if it's like, if nobody can beat the content. But obviously, I mean, there's no way that it's unbeatable, because they never would have released a game with unbeatable content. They obviously tested it. So, nerfing content is just so stupid. But whatever, since I'm more of a solo player, it probably benefits me, right? It probably makes the content easier for me as a solo player, right? Market is under maintenance. Okay. And they gave me this. And they gave me this, which I don't know what this is. Perfect. Iron hearts. We search? No. We have 12%. Hmm. Riboff, you were talking about how mobs were taking too long to kill. You can see now that these lower level mobs I can probably annihilate. But you don't get anything from them. Because this game uses the Lineage 2 system where like if the mob is too low level, it doesn't drop anything. So like farming low level mobs I don't think really gets you anything. Right, like if I kill these guys, do they drop anything? Right. Okay, it dropped 13 Kina, which is really nothing, right? We dropped 22 Kina. That makes gear like even more important, right? Because to kill mobs that are your level, you want to have like insanely good gear so that you can kill them quickly. Because lower, like if you're like farming like certain materials, you can't get it off the mobs that are lower level because they just won't drop it anymore. One thing that's interesting is there's a story of the Zoomian base which was destroyed and is underwater. And I'm really curious to see if we're going to be able to like recover the base, like restore it. I think that's one of the side quests that we're currently on, I hope. We'll find out.
보시다. 루엔의 오늘도 어김없이 초소 주변을 순찰. 그런데 저희를 공격한 무리 안에 오르딕스 수배지를 보셨겠지만 하지만 임무 중 위험에 빠지자 비겁하게 레기온에서 이제는 변절. 이번에 놈들의 뒤를 안에 얼마 그리고 오르딕스 부탁.
Sort of rebel Deva who shirked their duties. We need to take care of them. These scrolls. They can be kind of expensive. That puts us up to 61. 61 will last us for a little while. Event seems to have disappeared. Weird.
야, 그렇다고 죽이면 어떡해? 오르딕스.
이 녀석이 열쇠를 안 주잖아. 뭔가 수상한 놈인데 잘 죽었지 뭐.
이게 다 무슨 소라냐?
3-minute cooldown on that ability. Shit.
또 노토스가 보낸 쥐새끼인가? 날 잡을 수 있을 것 같나? 목숨이야.
Cooldown 20 seconds. Cooldown 2 minutes. Let's go with the one that's... Let's go. Oh, can't move what's on cooldown. Kind of a bummer.
따라온 용기는 인정하지. 하지만 여기까지다. 당장 저 녀석을 죽여버려. 쓸모없는 녀석들, 내가 직접 상대해주마. 잠깐, 넌 노토스 레기온 단원이 아니군. 그럼 우리 얘기 좀 하지 않겠나? 이봐, 너도 나한테 큰 원한은 없을 거야. 다 헛소리야. 그냥 내가 살 방법이 그것뿐이라고.
It's all nonsense. The only way I can survive. What good would it do the Legion for the strongest to throw
강한
their
자가
lives
살아남는 게
away?
노토스 레기온 녀석들은 너도 강해 보이는데 내 생각 이해하지? 저 상자 보이지? 우린 가치 있는 존재야. 그리고 저것들도 저 어때? 주미온 마을을 통째로 쓸어버리고 다 우리가 점령할 수도 있어.
Let's go.
평소 마음에 안 드는
Alright,
놈들은
shut
다
up, dude.
남겨서 부려먹어도 되고. 뭐야? 왜 그렇게 보는데? 잠깐만! 왜 날 공격할...
The guy wanted us. He was a greedy mofo. He's like, we can team up and we can do everything. Actually, but I don't like the voices volume. It's too loud. The audio settings in this game, they're nice because they give you a lot of individual audio. You can change like other players' volume. You can change monster volume. You can change the summon volume. You can change mount volume. You can change ambient sound. You can change notification sound, interface sound, voice sound. I mean, it's insane the amount of options you have for audio, which is... It's good. In fact, I've never seen a game that has this many different types of audio settings, which is really good. So, that's cool. Pizza party. Oh, we don't have that one yet. Interesting. So what do we do with the feathers now? Let's see if we get more than one. Yep, see, we got 4. See that? We acquired 4 feathers. So feathers, 1 feather now is equal to 4 feathers. So I think what happened is it took into account all the feathers we'd ever gathered. Like, if I gathered like 100 feathers total and then said, okay, you should have got 400 instead of 100, so it probably gave me 300 additional. That's what I'm guessing. Which is interesting. Interesting. Kind of bummed, though, if the feathers are maxed. Like, if there's... You can't increase your Verdon trace any higher. That's kind of a bummer. I would hope they would have made it infinite and just given you some sort of benefit for it. It doesn't have to be like amazing, or even if it's just money or random cosmetics or I don't know, something. The fact that it's capped is kind of a bummer. The Imperial Lords may have disappeared, but their power has not. The 12 Lords were formed by Aion, and their power was stored within the cores. The Lords sealed their own cores around Atreya. The cores themselves had no power, but if the Imperial Lords were slain, their power returned to the cores. In addition, the core protects itself with illusions or apparitions. Only the High Priestess of the Imperial Lords Cavaliers were told the locations of the cores. Legend states that an artifact of eternity can be made when all the cores are gathered. We need to get all these cores, which would grant unimaginable powers and capabilities. After the last war, while Ishtar and Fafnir were raising Elysia and Asmodee, the High Priests and Cavaliers focused on sealing away and protecting the cores. Fortunately, the Belor remain unaware of the core's existence. Only High Priests know the location of the cores, but even the High Priests are nowhere to be found. We need to get these cores, man. Hold on a second. Hmm.
안에 가디트들이 있어요. 고대 대바들이 소화하는 가디트들이 맞는. 일단 주문부터 시도해볼게요. 주문을 외워. 그럼 이제 가볼까요? 주문을 외워볼게요. 에레니코스 캐리그마. 이런, 주문이 안 먹혀요. 어쩔 수 없어요. 가디트가 모두 사라졌어요. 이제 평안 속에서 머물길. 저기 안쪽으로 가는 문이 열렸어요. 같이 가봐요. 저건 고위 가디트예요. 역사적으로도 굉장히 소중한 존재인데 함부로 파괴하기엔 아까워요. 한 번만 더 주문을 외워볼게요. 이럴 수가. 주문이 전혀 안 통해요. 부탁드릴게요. 저 가디트가 편히 쉴 수 있게 해주세요. 이상해요. 가디트에게서 미약한 반응이... 조금만 기다려주세요. 말을 하고 있는 것 같아요.
There it is. Robot transition animation turned off. That's cool. Camera perspective default. Over the shoulder. What's over the shoulder view look like? Oh, dude, we can go with it off to the side. I'm not sure we're gonna want over the side. We probably want over the side. For PvP, probably not. Let's go camera. Oh, our camera shake effect during combat. Off. Camera's okay. I didn't realize I had camera shake effect.
정화 가루
가디트가 반응했어요. 이건
정화제 없음 임무
잠깐 기다려봐요.
So we're
주미온에 대해
looking for
말해줄 수
Zumion.
있나요?
Or we're trying to figure out how we can
혹시
recover
다른
the Temple of
가디트들도
Zumion.
대화가...
정지
안 돼.
Oh no. That's not good.
이럴 수가... 소환이 이렇게 그냥 끝인 건가요? 이로써 가디트가 평온에 들었을... 정말... 혹시 마지막으로 주미온님과 사제들 그리고 가디트의 발자취가 담긴 소중한 에스티아님은...
I am the one who follows the path of healing. I reach out to the wounded. I seek the light in the darkness. I do not turn away from pain. I rise above despair. My will is done in the name of Zumion. When order crumbles, I will remain centered. In the midst of chaos, my heart will not waver. This body is forged by the blessing of Aion. And this life will be a beacon for peace in the world. Of this I swear as priest of Zumion. I purify myself in order to bring healing to the world. Okay. When light first graced the land, Aion selected an apostle in the name of healing and order. Her name was Zumion. She was the first of the David, the reaper of suffering, and the mediator of divine will. Chapter 1, Blessing of the Sanctuary. Zumion Temple was Atreus' first sacred sanctum. Built with Aion's blessing, the land was in turmoil and awash with blood, and humans were losing hope. In the midst of all this despair, Zumion followed Aion's will and held on tightly to the light, resulting in the erection of a temple. Centered on the power of healing and purification, the temple functions as a neutral sanctum for humans and Deva alike. The sick were healed, strife was put to rest, and countless priests flocked to follow Zumion's will. At the center of the priesthood were three figures called Estion, Calliste, and Agathon. Chapter 2, The Rise of Zumion. The temple soon became a site of pilgrimage for believers from all over Astrea. Zumion was no longer the name of a single figure, but a symbol of a mission of healing and of divine order. The healing arts perfected with Zumion Temple spread to all corners of the world. The natural restorative arts of purification and Gardite were also developed during this time. Zumion Temple became a great center of learning, faith, and the art of purification. Chapter 3, Signs of the Shadow. This tranquility was short-lived, however, as the Balur were on the move again after a long period of silence, and the appearance of Dragon Lord Meslam Teda was a particularly ominous sign. He rebelled against the very concept of godhood, seeking to take for himself the powers that Aion had bestowed upon humanity and Deva. For him, the temples were not mere constructions, but denials of his very being that must be removed. Chapter 4, Omen. Many temples lay in ruins, but Zumion Temple stood strong as the last remaining light. Priests defended their sanctum with great resolve, mobilizing Gardite to ward off the contamination around them. But the encroaching shadows eventually broke even their will. Chapter 5, The Eve of Silence. Meslam Teda finally stood victorious before Zumion Temple. The sky was black that day, and the land roared as if vomiting blood. The temple prepared for the final purification rituals. All the priests, including Estion, remained within the temple to continue their prayers, but no one knew that the curse that was about to be unleashed would be more than mere destruction. It would trap the temple and all within in eternal silence. I think the lore of this game is fantastic, and I'm not a lore nerd. Like, I don't really get into lores of MMOs typically, but I actually really like the lore of this game. I think it's really good. Guardate was the final gift given by the ancient Deva, a body imbued with the powder of purification existing only to heal. The contamination of the Altamia highland was no mere disease of nature. It was the scar from the past from the battle against the Dragon Lord Meslam Teda. The blood he shed seeped into the ground and became poison, eating away at the highland over the ages, until Guardate was sent. Along the path of its spread, the Guardate blew powders of purification, striking at rotten roots and clearing away the mist. In the Gardate's wake, life sprung anew, and the withering earth breathed again. The bloody color of the soil faded, and a tiny blade of Guardate Deva of grass poked its head up, as if to announce the dawn. The Guardate spoke no words, but held within it Zumion's will. Healing, restoration, and silent duty. That zeal for purification will not be forgotten by the land.
무언가 찾으신 게 있나요? 이건 주미원 신전 창건과 쉼터 안에 이런 책 아니었다면 전 이 기록대를 평생 보존. 가디트에 대한 건 제가 직접. 그리고 이건 이 기록대. 빈스 파피루스.
다친 데는 없으십니까? 이건 찾아와 주셔서. 그리고 오르딕스는 결국 저와 같은 레기온 덕분에 일이 잘 마무리됐. 여기 현상금입니다.
비슷한 비스. 자!
Fucking lock on target, man. I always forget about that. Never use tab target in this game. Like, don't ever do it. You never, ever, ever want to use tab target in this game. Oh, Biff. Yeah, ability. I was trying to do an ability that was on cooldown.
나 폐기물 처리장으로 바로 가겠네. 거기서 합류하지.
드디어 페로노스가 사념을 설득.
시간을 허비하지 않아서 다행이다.
글쎄, 이제 폐기물 처리장으로 들어간다. 작은 변. 이번 임무는 둘이서만 진행한다.
둘이서 괜찮?
그곳을 파괴하는 목적 인원이 많은.
알겠어.
이제 어떻게
위험을 최소화하기 위해
이미 몇 번 용족들도
좀 더 자연스럽게 움직여야겠지.
그렇군요. 제가 더
좋았어.
Oh, looks like they're gonna do server maintenance.
에이, 거기 이리 좀 와봐. 한심한 놈. 왜긴
오물 냄새가 여기까지 진동해서 머리가 다 너희들이 게으름을 피우는
Here we go, server maintenance.
뭐야?
오물 냄새 난다고 혼났다. 이거
다비안과 세비르가 보냈군. 내 버튼 짓 하지 말고 바로 처리장으로 가라.
이쪽일세. 결국 또 페로노스가 제때 와야 할 텐. 여긴 용족 기지 안쪽에 어떤 위험이 있을지 최대한 신속하게. 이 안에 들어오는 건 나도 처음이군.
Hey, what's up, Eva? Well, pretty good.
폐기된 수라들이군. 뒤를 조심하게. 소리를 듣고 더 몰려오는군. 조금만 더 버티게. 더 오기 전에 빨리 벗어나야 하네. 이 냄새는 독성 기체군. 피해서 이동하지. 무사히 통과했군. 엄청난 열기가. 소각장이로군. 각자 흩어져서 수색하지. 여기에도 수라가 있군. 에바의 유물을 이렇게 다루다니. 페로노스, 시간이 없습니다.
늦지 않았나?
페로노스,
서둘러 찾아보고 나가시. 환영의 팔찌 여기 있었군.
그게
근원의 열쇠입니까?
What the hell? What the hell? Okay. How's this guy doing? could have sworn I dodged that. I definitely thought I dodged that. Weird. How did that hit me? It's really weird sometimes how, like, well, I'm out of potions. I'm, like, out of potions. That's not good. I'm out of potions. At least some of them, anyway. Again, how am I getting hit? I'm like dodging that shit and I still get hit. It's weird, man. I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble here. Yep. Oh, server maintenance has started. Nothing like doing server maintenance in the middle of a fight. I don't think I was going to win that fight anyway, though. Yeah, that kind of was a bummer. I don't know how long the server maintenance is, guys. We're going to kill the client here. Yeah, that was kind of a bummer that I ran out of healing potions. I've had that stack of healing potions for like forever though, so I hadn't bought any new healing potions in a long time. Also, I wasn't running with any healing, the little red healing orbs. So, I don't know how long. I'm hoping the maintenance is short, but it may. Who knows? You never know. Their maintenance is usually pretty long, actually. But I think this was like an emergency maintenance. I don't think it was a. I don't believe this was a planned maintenance. What time is it in Korea? What time is it in Seoul? Because it's 5:22 p.m., so would not be considered a good time to do maintenance. Yes, it's only an hour. Normally, they don't do maintenances during prime hours, and this is definitely a prime, because it's like 5:30 p.m., which would be like prime time for people to be playing in Korea. So I'm going to go ahead and take a nap for an hour, and then I'll come back and see if the server's up. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace out.